last month, the theme was closer to spirit. And this month, we thought we'd go complete opposite to that and get into our roots. So as I was thinking about roots in this past month and attempting to ground, I came to the realization that my entire life has been my journey into my body. It's strange to think that we can live our lives outside of our body, and many spiritual people actually make that mistake. They live their whole lives in a higher spiritness, never realizing that the spirit should live inside the body to create the divine union. So my whole life has been a journey into my body, and as I have attempted to get into my body, I realized I don't like to be in my body because it's in pain. My body is always in pain. And I feel like that's something a lot of modern humans can relate to. Why would we want to be in our bodies if it hurts all the time? So my journey into my body has been a journey about healing the pain in my body. And so over the last 3 years, I've begun to do that through physical therapy and strength training. Who knew we had it inside of ourselves the whole time? And as I began to heal the pain in my body, I began to slip into my body. And once here, I discovered I have a lot of walls up. Can you blame someone? When you spend your whole life out of your body, you must build a fortress in order to protect yourself while you're not there. So as I came into my body, I began to discover that I was hiding behind layers and layers and layers of walls. And I think it's so funny that these lights are on right now because it's forcing me to not hide behind the wall I usually put between myself and my congregation. I feel so vulnerable. So then as I got into my body and I thought, okay, well, here's all these walls. I guess the next step is to heal the walls. And as I started to do that, I realized that the walls are nothing other than illusions of my former self, shells of my former self, stacked up and up and up and up against to keep me, my true self, hidden from the world. So these are layers of the show I'm putting on. They keep me protected, my true self protected. So as you set the intention to heal those walls, it's going to happen. And as the walls start to heal, life starts to flow right to you. Your holy goodness starts to come right to you, and you remember, oh man, that's why I had walls up. It gets really intense, and so you come back to your heart and you begin to pray, God, give me the strength to receive the good that you have for me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to put walls back up. And so as you pray for the strength to receive the good that Spirit has for you, you can continue to break down these walls. And every time you break down a wall, you shed your former self. The whole time your good is trying to come to you, and it is simply your job to shed the pieces of the things in the way. Shed the former self by being in the body first. And as you start to shed this former self, things get intense. You realize, oh my God, I have to hold on. But the only way to hold on is to let go. So how do we unite this paradox of holding on and letting go? Because if you're holding on and trying to control the flow of the good to you, you will effectively repel it. So in order to receive your good, you must let go. But in order to stay in your body, you must hold on. How do you do that? Roots. Roots. We must have roots. The Tao says that which is firmly planted cannot be uprooted. When I was a control freak, I say that in past tense like it's not currently a problem. When I was a control freak, I was trying to control the good that was coming to me. This is how my highest good looks. It's not how it works. We must let go and hold on. Many, many, many lifetimes we have all lived in the great transition of the earth. And in all of our lifetimes before this one, we were given the choice to shed our former selves. And the better you did, the next lifetime, you had different lessons to learn. Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? You don't have a choice anymore. The great shedding is happening. So in previous lifetimes, you had a choice of whether or not to shed. This lifetime, there is no choice. It is happening. And those who are firmly rooted will make it through the transition. And those who are not will be blown away, and that's okay. I think of myself as a generally positive person. A control freak, yes, but positive. And I think there's a curse to positivity, especially in our culture, is that in maintaining our positivity all the time, we try to look away from the muck. But it is through digging into that muck, allowing yourself to hit rock bottom, that's where all the nutrients are. And what is the one thing that digs up nutrients through shit? I'm sorry, but it's true. Actual manure, right? It contains the nutrients. All of the lessons of the history of the earth in your lifetimes, in this lifetime, it's contained within your manure. And through roots, you will dig that nutrient up. You will learn the lessons that you have been resisting for lifetimes, and it will allow you to shed your walls and receive the highest good for you. Roots are also what keep us in this world. So in the land of infinite, there are infinite number of parallel universes, but you chose Earth. And so it's fun to dip into other worlds, but you have to remember that this is the world you're supposed to be playing in right now. And you can always check in to see if you're here by checking in on your roots. And so the alchemists have come up with a chant to allow transformation in this moment to receive our roots.